doesn't happen. There's more parts getting them there than you can ever imagine. We have people who handle purchasing of equipment, people who handle fundraising so we can purchase things, which is a major, major headache. We have people who handle uniforms, shirts. We have people who patch us up and keep us going as far as nursing and medical. This is not a one-man show, and there's no way that it can be. I'm extremely thankful, even though a lot of times they may think I've lost my mind. Maybe I don't say much because there really isn't a whole lot that I could say to these people that would show how much they are appreciated. And they really, really are.
Is it on? Okay, is it on now?
This time I'd like to introduce the staff to you for this year. First of all, myself, director. My name is Mr. Winnie. Next is my wife, Teresa, right here. She helps us with a lot of the behind-the-scenes paperwork. She's been the word processor for hours on end, fixing, changing things as they need to be done. Next, the most important person when it comes time to actually being physical is our nurse. This is her second year with us. She does an excellent job. She is the mother of two of our students out here, and that is Miss Helen Cassell. Next, one of last year's students was a drum major and wanted to come back and work as a counselor, and we felt that she was definitely up to that caliber. That is Miss Tina Carter. Next, the mother of one of our drummers. She's new to this band camp scene, so when she goes home, either she'll think we're all totally out of our minds, or it was worthwhile. That is Miss Lois Cassell. Next is a lady who helps me, and well, helps me, I guess I help her, because she does most of it. She's the one who counts all the nickels and bags of pennies that come in, and makes sure that everything is accounted for. You could name a kid out there, and I bet you she would probably tell you how the installments came in, how they paid for what, and how much they may still owe. This person is Valerie Coleman. Next, this person was a drum major here, went to Taylor Center 3 years ago, playing in the University of Michigan Band for the second year. She's choreographed the dance routine that you'll see today, and she works with the drum majors. This is Miss Rene Thompson. Next, a newcomer to our band camp, but a definite old-timer, and I don't mean old, but she's been around doing band camps, marching band, and symphonies and all that as a student and as a teacher. She works in the school district, and she said she's never laughed more in her life than she has this week. But don't let her strike up a conversation with you, or you'll never get away. This is Miss Carol Scott. Next, someone new to TNT at camp, but not new to TNT. They went to Florida with us, and that was definitely a fun trip, fast-paced, moving, fun, and tiring. And her daughter's also in the band. This is Miss Kathy Wilson. Next, we have a percussion player from last year's band returning. Asked me all year, as soon as last year's band camp ended, if he could be a counselor. Well, sometimes I said yes, sometimes I said no. He plays very well. It's a lot of fun. I gave him I gave him a cabin that I was on pins and needles over. The famous cabin 7 this year. It's a cabin that you don't want to go into, at least not without full armor protection. But anyways, he managed to keep them under control, and they had a real successful week. Mr. Scott Bridges. Next is a guy who does a whole lot of things behind the scenes, is extremely helpful. It takes a lot of his time to help us and to help the band. And this is Mr. Rene Cassell. Next, drum major that was with Rene Thompson, or 2 of them, 3 years ago. This guy really could fall into one of these cabins and be just as crazy as the people that he's in the cabin with. And usually he is. He does a lot of heavy loading for the band. Sweats a lot, he works hard. We hope he continues to like it because we really, really like him. The guy up here in the camera, Mr. Wayne Dupont. Next, an old bandmate of mine was in marching band, Truman. He worked with drummers and percussion. He's been coming to band camp with me each year. This year he was a little lonely though, because his wife and daughter didn't make it up to see him until yesterday, so we could tell he was kind of dragging this week. But he did a good job, as always, Larry Melchart. Next, last year's saxophone section leader at one of the high schools wanted to come back. He was drum major last year as well. Truman's valedictorian, was it? He usually gets all the answers right, and if he's not right, he'll hound you until you agree that he's right. He's done a lot of our camera work this week, and he's really, really helpful. Mr. Praug Shaw. Next, the guy that works with the color guard, does a lot of behind-the-scenes work during regular school year, paperwork, filing, music, this and that. Does drama over at Taylor Center as well. He's been coming with us to band camp since he was a student, probably in 85, 86. This is Mr. Paul Stubbs. We'd like to thank Mr. Mark Johnston, the director of this camp, for inviting us back. Hopefully we never wear out our welcome. Yeah, or hopefully we'll never wear out the toilet. But Mr. Mark Johnston is the director here at the camp. If we have a problem, he's always there to help us, make sure that we have whatever we need. And he really, really makes a lot of things easy for us. Mr. Mark Johnston. Standing at the I'd like to thank the cooks. They keep the food on the table, and that's what keeps us going. The cooks are up way before we are, I believe, about 4 in the morning or something?
Yeah, they left for Florida today.
Oh, I guess we wore them out. They're usually up very early, and they're cooking and working hard, so we have good meals, which isn't a whole lot of sugar stuff. The kids go on this withdrawal after a while. Finally, they turn out to be healthy, thanks to the food and hard work, and we'd like to thank the cooks. This time I'd like to thank you to someone who's been with the band every single moment, except this year, but she did come up, brought 100 ears of corn, a few watermelons, a whole pickup truck full of food as usual, and the kids were happy. That's Miss Charlie Cramp. If I have not forgotten anything, which usually I do, we'll continue with the show. Thank you. trophies, and they go to people who have excelled above and beyond and have really, really shown through for the week. Okay, now, it's just from Sunday when we get here until today. Well, actually, until last night. So, at this time, we would like to introduce those trophy winners to you, and they were given last night at our final campfire.
Come down here, okay?
And they are for best 9th grader, 10th grader, 11th and 12th, best boy camper, girl camper, best marcher, most improved, and most spirited. First, let's start with the best 9th grader. The best freshman has to come into a situation that they do not know. They're usually a little bit scared, terrified. They don't know how we do things. It's a big jump to go from junior high to here. It's like taking a Volkswagen and sticking it on the Indy 500 track. It's night and day. And they grumble a little bit, and they have to get booted a little bit. But eventually, they do put it together, and I think that they've been doing very well. So far, it's the best I've seen this week. At this time, I'd like to introduce the best 9th grader, the best freshman trophy award winner. She will recognize herself as Adriana Crane.
Bravo.
Next, best 10th grader. This person is a little more confident. They know what to expect. They were here last year, so they're just out here grinding out their job and doing the best they can. They work hard to help the people under them and look up to the people above them. This year's best sophomore is Mr. Jason Rushing. Next, best 11th grader. This person many times can be equal or above the 12th graders. Usually they are extremely confident, they know what they're doing, and they always get their job nailed down. This year's best junior went to Mr. Keith Thompson. Next, best senior. This person has been very active and in the band program, both marching and concert band. Has toured this past spring Australia and Hawaii after being selected for the Lions All-State Band, and we have 3 of those people in this band this year. Hopefully we'll continue to get more and more because it's a highly selective process. This year's best senior goes to Jennifer Cassell. Best girl camper, best boy camper has to be someone who everybody in the camp likes. They are fun, they get their job done, and their rooms aren't really total pigsties. They make sure that things are taken care of, both themselves, the camp, and that they're also helpful to others. This year's best girl camper is Linda Harvey. This year's best boy camper, Bob Purcell. Most improved, someone who starts out not noticed and all of a sudden it's, hey, did you see so-and-so come to life? And we have a lot of people that improve. We have 25 9th graders out here that went from, you want me to do what? On Sunday to finally completing their show. The most improved this year is a sophomore, and that is Mr. Scott Lang. Most spirited has to be the spirit of the band, which is helpful, getting parts out to your section, getting parts out to other section, helping your section, helping other sections. Literally being one of my right-hand people as much as the drum majors are. This person spends a lot of time to make sure that things are taken care of. And that carried over from school up to here. So for the most spirited and or best spirit for this band for this year is Mr. Dan Carpenter. Next, best marcher. That's the highest award that that you can achieve for on-field maneuvers. Horn carriage, how you look. I don't remember this person making a mistake. I don't remember seeing any from them, even last year. This year, the best marcher is a senior, Mr. David Workman. Personally, there's times when I would like not to do trophies because it can actually get down to who missed one note, who made one wrong turn out of the week more than someone else. It gets real tight by Thursday night and Friday. But we do this so that those folks who happen to nudge ahead just a little more than normal will have something that they can put on their mantles or wherever for the rest of their lives. This time we have a presentation, I believe, Mr. Thompson.
And she happens to be married to the president of the Booster Club, which is a tough job. Plus, she was the camp nurse. I'd like to bring her out, Helen Cassell. Now, there's a guy standing there that's videotaping right now. I'll have to put it down. This gentleman has worked real hard and is really dedicated to this band program. He's the president of the Taylor Center Band Boosters, Mr. Rene Cassell. This lady's been mentioned once before, too. It seems like she's been put in charge of everything to do with any of the money, and I don't know where we'd be today without Valerie Coleman.
All the staff volunteer their time. They take time off work, they take vacation time to come up here and to help us out.
Can Adam out here? We'd just like to thank Mr. Winnie and Mrs. Winnie and Adam for coming out here this week to help us this year at camp.
Open them.
Open it up.
Come on.
Camp shirt, signed by all. Born 2 days before we left for Florida. He kept me on pins and needles. We brought him home about 9 hours before we pulled out. So thanks, Adam, for at least making it a little early. He did well all week. Unfortunately, though, he won't see another band camp until he's this age because he just has to be with his mother this week. But next year he'll be a wild man at home, I guess. Okay, we'd like to close with our last number, titled "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You?" Features two French horn soloists, Tracie Peedle and Nathan Crane. stated earlier, hopefully returning them to you a little wiser and a little healthier. Thank you. From Major's Dismissed Band Camp.
Dismiss. Chill. I